Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
I'm Jerry.
And I'm Linda.
We're the Newcomers, and boy, do we have a show for you today. Usually we do it from the friendly confines of our home in the villages, but today we're out at sea. We're in the North Sea, one of the most dangerous bodies of water on the planet. And we're cruising toward Amsterdam. Our cruise is about over. And we're in the studio with a whole bunch of our dear friends that have cruised with us, and they're sitting here, and it's bittersweet, isn't it? It's wonderful to see them, but you know, tomorrow we'll all be going our different ways.
Yes, and then the laundry begins.
Then the laundry.
Every day.
And we have to pay for our food.
Yes, that's right. We can't get up and leave.
Well, this is a beautiful ship. It's the Celebrity Eclipse. Or do you say Eclipse?
Eclipse.
Eclipse?
Eclipse.
Eclipse. When I grew up, I said Eclipse. There's going to be an eclipse. But that's where we are. It's a beautiful cruise liner. On today's show,
what you need to know about owning an electric car.
Should you rent before you buy?
Banking, highway tolls, and yard sales.
Some rude neighbors.
Can ordinary people live in the villages?
A new bubble wrap.
Hi, Jerry and Linda. I got an email from one of your viewers who wants to know what it's like to have an electric car here in the villages. Since I'm an EV fan, I'm going to tell you what you need to know. That's on this week's Bubble Wrap.
And a whole lot more. Hit it, Wally.
Send us your questions, we've got your answers. Jerry and Linda's Mailbag Monday.
Well, again, welcome. We're here in Celebrity Central, and we've got this enthusiastic group, so we don't have to put in any artificial sound effects today. Our Wednesday Night Live show will resume on Wednesday, assuming I'm out of bed by then. And we're sorry. I know some of you have been concerned about us because for the past 2 Mondays, we haven't been there.
Yep.
We've been here.
Having a lot of fun.
If you don't follow us on Facebook, you probably didn't know. Although we did mention this on a couple of our Mailbag Mondays and shows. And if you want to be really up to date on what we're doing, follow us on Facebook too. It's easy. Jerry and Linda, it's easy to find. And hit that follow button and you'll know everything we do.
That's right.
Well, not everything, but you'll know a lot about what we're doing. So we would appreciate that, and you'd be better informed, and we'll all be able to have fun together, and you can come on our next cruise just like these beautiful people. The worst part about cruising is that flight overseas. We had to fly into Amsterdam.
Yeah.
And unlike most of our fellow cruisers here, we went coach.
Yeah, we did.
We got a lot of first-class people here, let me tell you that. It's tight for a big guy like me. For her, now she feels like she's first class in every seat.
I curled up. I even crisscrossed my legs. I had lots of room.
But I have trouble sleeping on a plane. In fact, I don't. So I needed some kind of gizmo, some kind of a contraption to help me sleep. Take a look at this. Hey, we need viewer videos. And if you don't mind, if you have a question, instead of sending it in an email, send it in an email with a video attached. And be on there with a 1-minute question. You know, tell us about your problem, tell us about your question. You know, it could be just about anything, and we would appreciate that very much. Send it to villagesnewcomers@gmail.com.
Right.
All right. The first one is from a couple weeks ago, actually. Now it's 3 weeks. But at the beginning of the show, like we just did, we said, on today's show, should you rent before you buy? But then we forgot to talk about it. So we're going to talk about it right now. So we are actually going to have one of our studio audience members come up that has rented before they bought and tell us about that experience. Who is it? Who of you rented before you bought? You're not going to say, are you?
Airbnb for a week.
Well, that's fine.
Over there, we rented for 3.5 months. Wow.
Okay, do you want to tell, would you like to tell our viewers about it? I'll come to you if you want.
Come up there.
No, I'll come to you. And,
My name is Jim McGill, and this is my wife Brenda. We currently live in the village of St. Catherine. We came to the villages to see if we wanted to live here, and if we wanted to live here, we wanted to know where we wanted to live. So we rented in Case and Hammock across the street from where St. Catherine is right now. And it took about 24 hours to decide we did want to live here, and 3 months to find the house. We went out, we got the newspaper every day, and we went out looking at new houses, and we always liked the last one we saw. And finally, we bought a house, which was a used house, because it was where the location was. And so I highly recommend renting and immersing in the villages, and then you know where you want to live by what you're doing.
did your house include any upgrades when you bought it that you would have had to pay for?
No,
if you bought
it had previously been a rental house. The upgrades are what we're doing now. It was in very good condition. We did things like enclose the lanai and had the lanai floor painted epoxied and the garage painted epoxy, that type of stuff. Put light fixtures on the ceiling fans.
We chose the house for the dog.
Oh,
Yeah, we got a veranda. We needed a fenced-in yard so the dog wouldn't get out. And besides, the house matched the color of a golf cart, which I bought before I bought the house.
well, thank you very much. That was very nice of you to come on camera and say that. There was a lot of scaredy cats out there. But a lot of people do rent before they buy. We did not. We're like so many of you. Just by a show of hands in the audience, did anybody buy their home sight unseen? Look at the hands up. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
That's,
Scary.
you know,
Yeah.
I want to say ballsy, but I don't know if I can say that on TV.
It's scary.
Yeah, it's scary to do that. And that's what we did.
Right.
And it worked out great for us. But I think it'd be smarter to know what you're getting into a little bit.
Yeah.
Our next question, what bank or credit union do you trust? This is actually 3 questions in one. This person getting their money's worth on this question. I don't trust any of them.
No.
We had a bank back home. We had a little photography business. We'd teach school. Then we had a photo business, and we would take pictures of kids with their basketball teams, and we'd do senior pictures and all that kind of thing. And at after we did, especially like a league day where you have 27 teams and you take their pictures, and they all pay with a check, our bank was charging us 50 cents per check to deposit it in our own account. What's up with that?
Yeah.
So, you may not make money, I may not make money, but the banks seem to always make money. Mm-hmm. So, but that being said, the one we found that we like the most is called Citizens First Bank in the villages, run by the villages, but now it's been sold to an outside party, so we haven't experienced them yet.
Not yet.
Anybody know the name of the outside party?
Seacoast, I think.
Yes.
Seacoast.
Seacoast.
Coast.
You will find a bank that you can use here. There are plenty of them. There are more banks than just about anything. The second part of that question, Linda?
Do you find that you need to have a toll account? I don't know what that means.
Well, we do. When we drive
yeah.
on the turnpike, Florida has a lot of toll roads. And if they
Yeah.
read your license plate, they'll send you a bill that'll be a little higher than if you have one of those sensors on your car, transponders, that will give you a little bit of a reduced rate. So we have that on our car, and it works out really well. You don't have to have one, but you'll save money if you do. And the third question here, do people have yard sales through the week or just weekends? Yeah, well, I don't know what difference that makes, but you can have a yard sale anytime you please. Just a show of hands, have any of you that live in the villages had a yard sale?
I'm gonna.
I'm gonna.
You're gonna.
But nobody here's had a yard sale. We've had one, did
Yeah.
we?
Yeah, we did. We made
and
10
some of the neighborhoods will all go together.
We made $10.
To be honest, yeah, thank you. To be honest, what do we do with our good stuff when we want to get rid of it?
We take it to Bargains and Blessings. Yeah.
Or what if we don't take it to Gardens and Blessing?
We lay it out on the street.
We put it out on the street,
And then people take it.
and it'll be gone pretty soon.
All the time. Yeah.
I know we've picked up some good stuff that way. Well, thank you for that question. We appreciate it. The next question I want to get some audience input on too, because this is a doozy. We're doing this different today. We have a computer in front of us with the questions on it. We don't usually do that. We print them out, but on the ship,
Yeah.
I asked them to print out 10 pages already, so I didn't think they'd want to print out all these questions.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing. Hi, Jerry and Linda. I've seen many of your videos. Love them. And you had mentioned that you don't care for cars parked in the driveway. You just don't like the look, and we agree. We recently purchased a place and used it in the winter months. We're snowbirds, and we noticed via our cameras that our neighbor parks in our driveway.
Neighbors.
We really don't know them, and they never asked us.
Not good.
We think it's kind of rude, even though it really doesn't hurt anything. They've also let their visitors park in our driveway. We haven't decided if we should say something or just let it go. All right, I'm going to come around. What do you think about that?
Well, it kind of stinks, but we actually have neighbors that are very kind and ask us to, if they can park in our driveway when we're gone in the summer, and we gladly let them because we're not there. And they always ask and we always oblige, but I've never seen anybody park there that's never asked.
Okay.
And we also, the people that take care of our house, we let them put their kayak in our garage as well. So, yeah. So,
Are they snowbirds or
Oh no, they're full time. We're the.
would they notice if you let me borrow that kayak?
Yeah.
Let's go over here and find somebody else. Let's go back there. I'm like Maury Povich. Or like Oprah Winfrey. What would you think of that, young lady?
Well, yeah, without asking, it does seem weird. However, I would probably let it go and then maybe, I don't know. I'd probably let it go.
Puncture the tires.
Puncture
Let's
the
see.
tires.
Paul wanted to talk, Jerry. Paul wanted to talk.
Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yes.
What would you think of that?
Well, it seems like it's a little rude, but you're not there as well. But you are checking on things, so I'd let it go because I like to avoid conflict.
What if you came home and you found an oil spot in your driveway?
Oh, that's not good.
That's a
That's
story.
I don't have an answer for
Yeah, it's a different story.
First time I've seen you speechless. What about you, ma'am?
Well, we have not had any problem with that, we've always asked, we have cameras by our driveway, our garage. I would be fine with them parking there, because if we're not there, why not? And then it looks like somebody's there.
Right.
So, anyway, that's
All right.
That's true.
Bunch of agreeable people on this cruise. That's what we get when Jerry and Linda do.
They're all lying.
Hi. To see neighbors in front. We do have cameras, and we were not here for 5 months, well, 3 months before we moved into our house. Never saw anybody parked in our driveway, but if I had, I would have tried to find a directory or figure out what their address was and send them like a U.S. postal mail and introduce myself and ask them to send me back a mail so we could know each other. And hopefully it was a neighbor. But there are people who have their driveways painted and can't get into their own garages. So they have to be out of their parking spaces for a week at times, and maybe helping each other out is a good thing. So I'm okay.
Kumbaya. One more.
Oh.
Let's get this fine-looking gentleman right here. Actually, I've got a pair of them here. Really two more.
What do cops think?
Retired cops. The only thing I would check on that is I would ask my homeowner's insurance if you're getting any liability by having that car parked in the driveway. I'm sure there's some smart attorneys in the audience here that
I never even crossed my
explain
mind.
that further, but I would hate to be a nice guy and I didn't sign a waiver and something happens and then all of a sudden you have to pay.
Because we can't put the car in the garage.
Well, when we were there, our neighbor across the street moved. I mean, they just moved in. They went back to Colorado. But our neighbor had getting her house painted. We thought, hey, you could probably park over there, but Janet, I want to email her and see if that's okay. So she did. She says, no, that's not a problem. So, yeah, we always kind of ask each other. It's okay.
And I look at pictures like I said.
So good answers, but I honestly, if I could get in touch with that neighbor, I would say, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, I've noticed cars in my driveway right and left. Yeah. You know, it's my driveway, it's not your driveway. I'm a nice guy, I would have probably let you, but now, get those cars off of there. Does that mean?
Yeah, I would talk to him, say,
No, I agree with you, Jerry.
yeah.
She's never said anything mean in her life.
No, I don't like conflict at all, period. But
Well, thank you for that question, and you know, differing viewpoints, but
yeah.
that's what makes the world go round. You know what time it is? See that clock? It's time to go to the dentist. 2:30. 2:30. Now that's entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, I said Mary bought me this hat. Thank you, Mary. Linda bought this herself.
Yes, I
You
did.
moved it off to the side. Do you think that
No,
looks better?
It's little. I think it's a baby hat because it was it was a baby's hat, and I think I just put I'll make it fit somehow. So I'm pulling it down.
When we got married, I'd say for the first 15 years we were married, she could buy clothes in the kids department.
I did size 14s.
They're cheaper.
Yeah, they were.
You know what time it is now?
What? Time for bubble wrap.
Hi, Jerry and Linda. Dwayne Woodruff sent an email in wanting to know what it's like to drive an EV here in the Villages. I'm going to let you know what you need to know. Are there charging stations? What do you need to put in your house? That's on this week's Bubble Wrap. Watch this. Full disclosure, after I retired from the TV news business, I worked for Tesla at its showroom at International Plaza in Tampa. But what you'll learn here applies to anybody interested in moving to the Villages and either has an EV or plans to buy one. First up, there are no EV chargers in the bubble here in the Villages, but there are superchargers nearby. 2 are in the Lady Lake area. Both are at Wawa's convenience stores. This one is on the right-hand side of the road as you head north on US 441. And this one is on the left side at Highway 466 and US 441. There's one more at the Okahumpka Service Plaza. That's along the Florida Turnpike Toll Road. There are a few more level 2 chargers around, which are slower but available in a pinch. Networks include ChargePoint, PlugShare, EVgo, and Shell Recharge. But your best advice, your best bet, is to charge in your home. To charge at home, you need to hire an electrician to install a NEMA 1450 receptacle. It looks like that. It's kind of like a dryer plug, and it'll allow you to charge your Tesla or any other car that runs on electrical power in your garage. This is an NACS plug, standard Tesla plug. NACS stands for North American Charging System. The good news is more EV cars have this kind of plug, so-called Tesla plug, and you can use them at charging stations all across the area. For me, I just plug in my car and it charges. If I have to have a full charge, it'll take about 7 to 8 hours, but most of the time I don't need a full charge, about 45 minutes to an hour and a half. Part of the installation includes putting in a 50 amp breaker in your electrical panel. You can see mine right here. And this actually takes up 2 spots, and you can see I have room for more. You most likely do as well. This, and then running the cable up to the attic down to the receptacle, cost me about $800. Truth of the matter is, superchargers are few and far between around here. But the good news is, when you charge in your garage, you probably won't be using them very much. I'm Peter Bernard, and that's this week's Bubble Wrap.
Thank you, Peter. Always good insight from Peter. Peter's got a really nice electric car. He brought it over one day, and it's one of those zippy ones. That thing will fly.
It will.
But if I had a question about electric cars, I'd ask Peter. And you can too. Just send them to the email address up above, and we'll get those to him.
It's time for Pet of the Week.
Say good morning, America. So this is Trumpy. She is a 8-month-old Australian Shepherd, and I am Jackie, and we live in the small town of Cuba, Missouri, and we live on 5 acres on a golf course, and Trumpy loves to chase squirrels, and she knows the sound of a golf ball hitting the yard because she runs out there and she gets it, don't ya? If I'm not careful, she'll chew on it, and then it's no good to anyone. We love to go to the garden, and I love that when she goes to the garden, she chases off the squirrels who are stealing my tomatoes. I have a small salon in town, and Trumpy goes to work with me every day, and the customers absolutely love her, or they act like they do. We have a Maltese. She's 11 years old, though. She's in a house because it's hot. But anyway, this is our story.
Thank you. That was Trumpy with his owner Jackie in Cuba, Missouri. Cuba, Missouri. Thanks for that. And any of you that love your pets can send us a video, 1 minute long, maybe a minute and a half. But remember, and you know what, I got some hate mail on this. I always tell y'all to get down on the pets level. Yeah. People said, we're old, we can't get down on the pets level. And if we do, we can't get up. Give it a shot. Give it a shot and make it interesting. Tell us where you got them. You can tell us how much you paid for it if you want. You can tell us what they eat, if they have a girlfriend or boyfriend, whether you've had them neutered, whether they've eaten any furniture, you know, all the good stuff. You can even send us a video of a cat.
You can tell he's not a cat lover.
I am. I love all animals. Here's a letter from GD in Kalamazoo. We've got some Michiganders here. How many Michigan people? Well, I don't have that many, do we?
You're in the minority.
Well, your friend in Michigan, GD, says, the Villages is overrated. Ordinary people cannot live there.
What? Ordinary people.
I've got to agree with him on that, because these are extraordinary people.
Absolutely.
But you know, you have different political parties living here. You have all different income levels. You know,
Yes.
and now we have homes from 200,000 all the way up to millions.
Oh, yeah.
And you have truck drivers, and you have surgeons.
Yeah.
You have retired postal workers, and you have carpenters. You know, it can be just about anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, GD, you've never been to the Villages. What have you been reading? Anyway, that's not Salty. That's just his letter today. We have an even better Salty.
Okay.
Speaking of sweet and salty.
This week, comment is from Antonia Ruzala. Did I say it right? I enjoy both of you. No sense in watching anyone else.
I've heard there are a couple of other YouTubers in the Villages.
A couple.
But yeah, thank you, Antonia. I'm glad you watch.
Yeah.
It means a lot to us. That's a sweet comment. Now we have a salty. This is from, who's that from?
Oh.
Brian Bennett. He's probably from Michigan too.
He gave his whole name.
I'm just kidding. I'm getting, look at that stare from Gordy there. Too much unnecessary talking ruins your video. Get to the point quickly and move on. Okay. Next. Remember when I put out the call for celebrity lookalikes? You remember that last week? Or the week before, we were cruising? We got a few of them. The first one we got was from Bob Bartz, and he sent this photo in. Who do you think he resembles? Well, here's who he thinks he resembles. Chuck Norris. Who knows a good Chuck Norris joke?
Yeah.
They exist?
Where's my man? No. And we also got one from Jay Ryback. He sent in this picture of Reuben from the Partridge Family, and he thinks he looks like me. But there's no way. You can see that we don't even look remotely alike. Or do we? And Kit Schroeder sent this photo in, and she said, who do you think that looks like? Well, I don't know. Maybe Marilyn Monroe, but I guess that's Kit. And Kit, you look good. Joy sent this photo in, and she said it's obvious who this looks like. I can't tell. Can you tell? If you all have an idea at home what you think of these pictures, let us know. And if you have a doppelganger hanging around your place, let us know that too, and send it in. You know, we stopped doing the word jumble. So people said, have a riddle, have a joke, whatever. So I saw this. It's one of those pictograms, and it's you look at this and it spells out a phrase. And I wonder if anybody can tell what this is. Look at it for a minute. We'll give you the answer right away. And the answer to that one is French toast. French toast. You see you have, what was it, Mike? Did you see it?
F and a wrench.
Okay. You have F and a wrench, French, and you have a foot, the end of a foot, those are toes, and a T, toast, French toast. Woo-hoo. If you have anything fun like that you want to send it in, and maybe we'll use it.
And now it's time for Jerry and Linda's shoutouts.
We love this part of the program when we get to put faces to the names of you nice people that write in and share with us. You're so good, and you know, so many wonderful comments. You take the time, and we just love it. And you're seeing pictures of some absolutely wonderful people. And we threw a few extra on this week because we haven't been on for a few weeks, but we really care about these people, and they're such good folks. So if you want to join the club and be on our show, send us in your picture, and we'd love to share it with the world. That's going to do it for this week's edition of
Mailbag Monday.
If you liked our video today, please press that like and subscribe button and share it with all your friends, neighbors, relatives, and everyone you know. Until next time.
See you when you get there.